Dear students, let's today learn another drug, Chlorphylum thalitrate. Chlorphylum thalitrate. Its common name is blue cohosh or square root. You have already learned one black cohosh. Which remedy is that black cohosh? That is Actia racemosa that belongs to Raniculaceae family. But here in Chlorphylum, its common name is blue cohosh and belongs to family Berberdaceae. You have also learned so many other remedies belong to Berberdaceae family. Some of Berberis vulgaris, Podophyllum, etc. You have already learned. And here the prover is bird and temperament is nervous. Diathesis is rheumatic and gouty. And this Chlorphylum thalitrate is known as a lady's remedy or woman's remedy. You have already learned so many other woman's remedy or ladies remedy, that is pulsatilla, sepia, gelsim, pulsatilla, sepia, the graphitis, lachesis, sabina, etc. etc. This Chlorphylum is also known as ladies remedy because it can cause intermittent contraction of gravid uterus. That is intermittent contraction of gravid uterus is the pathogenesis of Chlorphylum thalitrate, especially in uterus and joints. Then sphere of action, uterus and cervix, joints, especially small joints. You have already learned rheumatism of small joints on remedy. Which is that remedy? That is Actia spicata. Here also rheumatism affects small joints. And also it has action upon stomach and skin. Main indication is upon female generative system, that is upon uterus and cervix. Then coming to guiding symptoms, first point is Chlorphylum thalitrate is indicated for disease of women, especially during pregnancy, parturition and lactation. And next guiding symptom is rheumatism. Here it affects small joints. And the nature of pain is flying nature. That flying nature or rapidly shifting or erratic nature of pain is seen in pulsatilla, calibi, epis, and also the remedy you have yesterday learned, that is carbolic acid. But here first point is getting first character symptom is it is indicator for disease of females. And for rheumatism, here affects the small joints. Then also indicated for epilepsy. This epilepsy is especially during puberty or menarche at the time of menstrual function, first establishment of menstrual function. Then also indicator for indicated in skin. Here there is appearance of moth spots on forehead and this is associated with leukorrhea. You have already learned some telltale face of sepia. There is saddle-like appearance of face, that is upon nose and upper cheeks. Here in Chlorphylum there is moth spots, especially on forehead, and these moth spots occur usually in ladies or girls with leukorrhea. So these are the guiding symptoms. First of all, you have to remember that Chlorphylum is indicator for a complaints of females. Not only females, also for little girls. So disease of women, especially during pregnancy, lactation and parturition, and also for rheumatism affecting small joints with rapid shifting of or flying of pains, and also indicated for epilepsy, that is especially during puberty or the establishment of menstrual function, and also for moth spots, especially on the forehead, and that is associated with leukorrhea. Then coming to female symptom, that is very important, that can be asked for short essay or short note in your university exams. For the female symptoms, it is known as ladies remedy or woman's remedy. So it is suited for ailments of women, that is ailments during pregnancy, parturition, lactation. Also you have learned about sepia, that is washerwoman's remedy, sepia. that also has indication during pregnancy, lactation, parturition, etc. Here also it is an indicator for ailments of females. Next, for diseases of girls, especially for girls with having leukorrhea, and the nature of leukorrhea is acrid and exhausting. Then for puberty, at the time of puberty, that is for chorea, hysteria or epilepsy at puberty or during establishment of menstrual function. This symptoms is also seen in actia, buforana, etc. And also chorea, you have studied about Artemisia vulgaris, that is chorea, epilepsy without aura, or during moon phases, cupramet. Here it is occurring during at the time of puberty, like before, or at the time of menses. And next, coming to leukorrhea. Leukorrhea, the nature is acrid, exhausting, with upper eyelids heavy, and has to raise them with fingers. So it is a remedy for drooping of eyelids, and also with moth spots on forehead, especially for leukorrhea of little girls, and also this leukorrhea preventing pregnancy. So the important female symptoms are for disease of females during pregnancy, lactation, parturition, etc. For girls with leukorrhea having mouth spots or acrid exhausting leukorrhea, then epilepsy during puberty or menarche period. Then about menses and leukorrhea both are very much profuse, and there is also dysmenorrhea. It is a remedy for dysmenorrhea, which have a rapid or flying nature of pain to other parts of the body. Then leukorrhea is acrid, exhausting, with the eyelids feel heavy and must raise them with fingers. And also there is more spores on forehead, especially in children or of little girls. And also for leukorrhea preventing pregnancy. You have already learned some remedies for drooping of eyelids. Can you remember that remedies? They are causticum, gelsemium, graphitis, sepia. All these remedies have drooping of eyelids. But the trio for drooping of eyelids are gelsemium, causticum, and sepia. So the trio, according to Nash, the trios for drooping of eyelids are gelsemium, causticum, and sepia. Here in colophyllum also there is drooping and has to raise the eyelids with hands, fingers. Then continuing, that is about labor. Again, it is a remedy for habitual abortion from uterine debility. And it is also indicated for extraordinary rigidity of os. Very, very important. You have to remember the extraordinary rigidity of os. And next point is for spasmodic and severe pains which fly in all directions, shivering without progress, for false labor pains, and also needle-like pains in cervix. So for false labor pains, the labor pains do not progress, or the labor doesn't occur, so due to the rigidity of the os. So this colophyllum can reverse labor pains and further progress of labor if you give in time according to the symptom similarity. Again, labor pains are short, irregular, spasmodic, tormenting, useless pains in the beginning of labor, no progress made, and the pains are deficient, and the patient is exhausted and fretful. So it will correct range vitality and produce efficient pains. Very important in the important sphere of colophyllum, that is in female generative system and in labor. It is an important remedy for rigidity of os, that is preventing labor. So if we give colophyllum, it can produce powerful uterine contraction and cause progress of labor. Again, about after pains. After labor, it is spasmodic and felt across lower abdomen, access into groins. In case of shins, if it goes to shin, that remedy is carboget and cocculus. Here, the after pains extend into groins. And the hemorrhage after labor is also passive. Also, after abortion, the hemorrhage is passive due to want of tonicity of uterine muscles. And about lochia, it is protracted. There is great atony and passive oozing for days from relaxed vessels. The uterus itself is atony in atonic nature, and there is passive oozing of lochial discharges. And the nature of pain is intermittent, paroxysmal, and spasmodic. All pains, that is especially in case of dysmenorrhea or labor or in case of rheumatism, then characteristic pain of colophyllum is intermittent, paroxysmal, and spasmodic, and rapidly shifting or erratic or changing in nature. IPS, that is a code you have to remember. You can remember it easy. The pains of colophylla, IPS, that is intermittent, paroxysmal, spasmodic. Then regarding rheumatism especially of small joints like attia spicata, and the pains are erratic in nature, changing place every few minutes like pulsatilla, calibi, epis, carbolic acid, etc. And also for painful stiffness of affected joints, fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, etc. Like small joints are affected for rheumatism of in colophyllum. And there is cutting pains on closing hands. The small joints are after, so there is cutting pain on closing hands. And the nature of pain is IPS, that is intermittent, paroxysmal, and spasmodic. And regarding stomach, it is a remedy for cardialgia from spasms of stomach, and also for dyspepsia with this spasmodic symptoms. Spasmodic affection is important in case of colophyllum. Then skin symptoms, that is there is discoloration of skin in women with menstrual and uterine disorders. Discoloration of skin in women with menstrual and uterine disorder. You are studied in sepia, lachesis, madorinum, etc. Here also there is discoloration of skin in women with menstrual and uterine disorders. And also leukorrhea with moth spot on forehead. Moth spot on forehead for patients having leukorrheal symptoms. Sepia also has telltale phase of her uterine ailments. Here moth spots on forehead. Then coming to relationship, it is incompatible remedy is cophia. So the points you have to you can expect for your university examination is the action of colophyllum in female generative tract, female symptoms of colophyllum can be asked as a short essay or short note. You have to remember the rigidity of the os, and can if we give the colophyllum, it can produce powerful contraction of gravid uterus, and that helps in progression of labor. If you have any doubts, you can inform me through my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you.